All right, good evening, everyone. It is Monday, October the 23rd, 2023. It is 7 o'clock, and even though the Phils are currently losing 4-1, I'm going to call this meeting to order. Ms. Evans, if you could call the roll, please.
Ms. Evans.
Present.
Dr. Davis.
Present.
Ms. Ionetti.
Present.
Dr. Levinowitz.
Present.
Ms. Redding.
Present.
Ms. Sherpier.
Present.
Mr. Sirota.
Present.
Mr. Wallach.
Present.
Thank you.
Thank you. If we could all please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you, everyone, and welcome to our legislative meeting for this evening. We're going to hop right into it tonight, and first we have two reports. The first will be our Student Government Association report, and I'm going to welcome Anthony up to the microphone.
Thank you. This month has kept Upper Dublin students very busy. To kick off the month, the high school had its annual Spirit Week. Theme days included Minion Monday, Tired Tuesday, aka Pajama Day, Throwback Thursday, and Class Color Day. With each grade level working hard and competing against each other, the week was filled with coin and canned food drives, dress-up days, and alcove decorating. Following Spirit Week was the annual pep rally. There was an amazing performance brought by our choir and band, fun games, a performance from our step team, our cheerleaders, and even a male cheerleaders performance. There was also a showcase of our fall athletes, and at the conclusion of the pep rally, it was announced that the ultimate winner of Spirit Week 2023 were the seniors. Following the pep rally was the annual coronation ball. This year's theme was Mardi Gras. Students spent the night dancing with their friends with awesome music and snacks that were provided. It was announced at the end of the night that Gus Platt and Emmeline Copland were our homecoming royals. Congratulations to both of our royals, and a special shout out to the staff that chaperoned the event, and thanks to our student government for making the event possible. In other news, not only did our Upper Dublin students get to enjoy Spirit Week, but so did our Spanish exchange students. They came for a week and a half and also got to experience many fun activities and events during their time here. Currently, our British exchange is here and will be here for the next 9 days. We wish them the best of time here in the U.S. In our Art of the Story classes, students were assigned to work with a senior resident at Fort Washington Estates to hear and learn about different obstacles and experiences that they encountered throughout their lifetime. Students are very excited to learn about their senior resident and will ultimately write a biography about their senior resident that they will give to them at the end of the winter. In sports news, our girls and boys water polo teams will be heading off to states. We congratulate them for their dedication and hard work and wish them the best of luck. On a final note, as we hit the midpoint of the marking period, students are working hard to balance their academics and exciting school events. We wish nothing but great success to all of our Cardinals. Thank you.
Thank you, Anthony. We appreciate your updates, as always. Moving onward, next will be our superintendent's report. Dr. Feely.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to first take this opportunity to recognize our principals. Every year, the National Association of Elementary and Secondary School Principals Association has, in the month of October, time to celebrate. And the purpose is to honor the dedication and the hard work of the principals and to show our appreciation. So just thought a little bit about our principals, and I feel that we're all so fortunate to be working with principals who are true educational leaders. In addition to seeing the daily operations of their schools, they inspire and they motivate the staff to excel. They assist our district leadership team in making some of the hard decisions in the teaching and learning department. And they're absolutely instrumental in ensuring that our students have a quality education. They are responsible for the future of our school district, as well as the district's success, academic achievement. I've had a chance to work with each of the principals, and I can say that it's been an absolute honor. They're the hardest working group of people I've gotten to know. They set the academic tone for the schools, and they're the unsung heroes for their tireless efforts in their pursuit of excellence in education. So I'm asking you to join me, even though they're not here. They might tune in. Join me in giving them a round of applause because they deserve it. Thank you. They'll appreciate that. We have had a couple of opportunities for our parents. Last week, we had our tech department hosted their first tech night of the school year. The parents were invited to learn about Securely Home, which is an app provided by our web filtering system, Securely. And on Thursday, October the 26th, our department is going to hold their second tech night. They're going to present information on Schoology, which is our learning management system. And that's used specifically at the secondary level, grades 6 to 12. So anybody that's interested, please come out and join us. We have some good news about a student of the month whom we are going to honor next month in November, but we wanted to take this opportunity to share with you that this is the first time in 5 years, Dr. Levinowitz just shared with us, that we are having an Eastern student recognized. That student's name is Reese Fitcher, and basically, we're going to talk a little bit more about it next month, but that student is majoring in culinary. And we will come and honor the student, and Dr. Levinowitz will give that student the award on the November 20th meeting. She couldn't be here at this time. We are also having on Thursday, October the 26th, a Title I, Title III Parent-Family Engagement Night beginning at 6:30. We'll be holding our annual Parent-Family Engagement Evening at the Upper Dublin Public Library. And during this time, we'll provide an overview of our federal programs, Title I, Title III services, and we're also going to be hearing from representatives of the public library. Couple of kudos to our sports teams. Congratulations are in order to Talia Hoffner. She finished tied for 7th at the PIAA State Golf Championship last week. And to our knowledge, she is the first female golfer in school history to earn a state medal, so that's a big deal. We're proud of her. Also, congratulations to our girls cross-country team who earned the SOL Liberty Division Championship on Friday, October the 20th. That's the team's 5th consecutive league championship. So go Cardinals. That concludes my update for this evening.
Thank you, Dr. Feely. We will move to our first opportunity for public participation. This is for participation for action items only on the agenda. If anyone wishes to address the board, please come to the microphone, and Ms. Evans will time your 4 minutes. Seeing no one approaching, I will close the first opportunity for public participation, and we can proceed forward. Next, we have our minutes. We have our minutes from our September 27th, 2023 legislative meeting. They've been circulated to all the board members. Could I get a motion to approve those minutes, please? Mr. Sirota, thank you. A second? Ms. Evans, thank you. Questions or comments on the minutes? Seeing none. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Excellent. Next, we'll move on to our Education Committee recommendations. Ms. Sherbier.
All right, thank you. We have 3 items on the agenda. One is the U Design Lab, Phase 1, and then a change in the school calendar or a revision, and then conferences. So I'd like to make a motion that we approve all 3 of them because they were discussed in the education meeting. The conferences, there were a couple of additions, so if there are questions about it, we'll do that after the motion.
Excellent, thank you for that. Is there a second? Dr. Davis, thank you. Questions or comments, including on the conferences?
Yeah, and I think with the school calendar, my question is how that's communicated to parents. It is a change in the calendar to accommodate the 8th graders from Sandy Run to visit the high school. Just want to make sure that that's addressed, or that all parents and everybody knows that well ahead of time. Because,
We'll be pushing that out through the Infinite Campus.
Excellent. Any other questions or comments? Seeing none, all in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Excellent. Next, we'll move to our Finance Committee recommendations. Mr. Sirota.
Thank you. Relatively small finance agenda tonight, but I'm still going to split it up because there are some special cases. So first, I'd like to make a motion to approve the general obligation bond 2023 parameters resolution as discussed at the Finance Committee. And to be clear, I'm separating this out because I'd like to call for a roll call vote on this one.
Thank you, Mr. Sirota. Is there a second to that motion?
Second.
Ms. Evans, thank you. I think a roll call vote is appropriate there. So, Ms. Evans, well, first I should ask, are there any questions or comments? Now I see none. So now, Ms. Evans, I'll ask for the roll call vote, please.
So the answer will be yes for approve or no for not approve. Ms. Evans,
Yes.
Dr. Davis,
Yes.
Ms. Ionetti,
Yes.
Dr. Levinowitz,
Yes.
Ms. Redding,
Yes.
Ms. Sherpier,
Yes.
Mr. Sirota,
Yes.
Mr. Wallach.
Yes.
It's unanimous. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Next, I'd like to jump to item 6C, which is SRMS contract change order. So I'd like to make a motion to approve that item.
Do I have a second for that motion?
I'll second.
Ms. Redding, thank you so much. Questions or comments on that item? Seeing none, all in favor, please say aye. And Ms. Evans, I'm going to abstain from that motion, as I noted at the Finance Committee meeting, due to my law firms and my legal representation of the contractor in an unrelated matter. To avoid any appearance of impropriety, I'm going to abstain. And Ms. Evans, I'll provide you with the form at the conclusion of the meeting. And with that, we go back to Mr. Sirota for more.
Thank you. And so with those two out of the way, I'd like to make a motion to approve items 6B, D, E, F, and G, all of which were discussed last week at the Finance Committee meeting, except item G, which is our regular monthly payments.
Second.
Thank you, Ms. Redding, anticipating my question. Any questions or comments on that motion? Seeing none. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Excellent. Completes our finance recommendations. Next will be our Personnel Committee recommendations. Dr. Levinowitz.
Two items under personnel tonight. I'd like to make the motion to approve the personnel report, and item B, which is a memorandum of understanding with Special Olympics, which after reviewing it, I think it's a great thing. I'm really pleased to see that we are moving forward with that MOU.
Excellent. Thank you, Dr. Levinowitz. Is there a second to that motion?
I'll second it.
Ms. Ionetti, thank you. Questions or comments?
I just want to reiterate what Dr. Levinowitz said. I was really excited to read that.
Agreed. Any others? Seeing none. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Excellent. Next on our agenda is our pupil services recommendations. We have two items this evening. Dr. Feely, other than what's listed in the agenda, is there any other additional information we need?
Not at this time.
Okay, excellent. Appreciate that. I will make a motion to approve both items A and B under pupil services recommendations. Is there a second to that? Mr. Sirota, thank you so much. Any questions or comments from the board? Seeing none, all in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Excellent, thank you. One last section of recommendations, Policy Committee, Ms. Ionetti.
We have a handful of first readings here. We talked about them at length at the policy meeting. They're coming back with revisions, so lots of time to give us feedback about these. But tonight, I'd like to make a motion to accept the first reading.
Excellent, thank you. Do I have a second for that motion? Ms. Evans, thank you so much. Questions or comments? Seeing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Excellent. We have no other business this evening, so we'll then move to our solicitor's report and Sunshine Act announcements. Mr. Diazio.
Yes, thank you. The board met in executive session today prior to tonight's public meeting. The topics of discussion were the items that were approved in Section A of the personnel report, as well as a labor grievance. That concludes the Sunshine Act announcements.
Thank you for that. And that brings us to our second opportunity for public participation. This is for any topic. If anyone wishes to address the board, please come to the microphone, state your name and where you reside in the township, and Ms. Evans will time your 4 minutes. I'm not seeing anyone approaching the microphone, so I will close public participation. I will note for the record that we received no written comments this evening, and that'll be reflected on our website as usual. Given that we received no comments, does anyone from the board or the administration have any comments or anything to share? Seeing none, we'll move on to our informational items. We have, as usual, our enrollment report. We have a series of liaison committee reports. Do any of our board liaisons have anything to add to their reports other than what's reflected in the summaries? Seeing none. We also have our monthly committee meeting minutes that we note that were approved by the committees, September 6th for education and policy and September 20th for finance. And lastly, we have our upcoming meetings. Our next Education Committee meeting is Wednesday, November the 1st at 6 o'clock. Policy Committee will be that same day at 7 o'clock or immediately following. Finance Committee meeting is Wednesday, November the 15th at 6 o'clock, although as we noted at that committee meeting, that may be pushed back to follow another special legislative meeting, and we'll get notice out to confirm that to the community as soon as it's advertised in due course. And our next legislative meeting is Monday, November the 20th, 2023 at 7 o'clock. With that, go Phils, we're adjourned. Thank you all.